Okay, I am here with Gidget, and I've had a few people ask me from our first video that we had about 7 months ago where Gidget is hitting the treat button over and over and over and over again. Well, one thing that we did was we started with treat because we used that to teach her how to hit the button. Well, there was no information on not starting with treat first. She's eating her leftover dinner. In not starting with treat first when we began. More information and research came out as the Fluent Pet buttons were developed and said you shouldn't start with treat. So that's the first piece of advice I'd love to give you is don't start with a treat button. The other thing that I'll say is we have gotten her to move past spamming that treat button and just hitting that every time over and over again. What we did is we paired it with no or all done, which she was very familiar with no. And so we paired it with no and all done. And so now she pretty much only uses the treat button when it's close to mealtime or late at night if she probably really is hungry, and very rare occasions when she's super excited and just hitting all of the buttons. So the next button that we really enforced that was easy for us was play. The company Fluent Pet will recommend starting with something like outside or play. And for us, play was great because Gidget is really toy motivated. So I was gonna show you, come here, come. All right, come here. Come here, stop, you gotta think. There, yes, play. But you can see she's still super impulsive and will just hit something before she thinks. So I usually have to put her in a sit and then ask her what she wants so that she just doesn't run up to the buttons and hit it. Come here, Gidget. Come here. What do you want? Do you want to play? Come here. Come around. Sit. You got to sit. 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 Okay. No. You got to think. What do you want? Do you want to play? Do you want to play? Hit it. Hit play. Get it. Hit play. Yes. Good girl. And that's actually a really good example of how impulsive she is and how she'll just hit, especially when she's excited. So that's what we did to stop her from spamming the treat button is we would use no or all done. And then we would, come here, you want to play? And then we would move on to a different button. And we would reinforce play. So I would hit play, throw the toys, and it took quite a while before she really started to understand play and outside. And still, she won't push them first. She usually whines for something that she wants. And then I'll bring her over here, and then she'll push the button for what she wants. But Gidget is not interested in pushing the buttons on her own like Bunny the dog or some of the other button-using dogs you might have seen in the past. But that is what we did. We paired treat with no and all done. And that way she knew she wouldn't get any more. And she already knew no from our training. And then we pushed learning play and outside. And then since then we've added walk and love you and scratches. And love you is the only one we're really struggling with, I think, her understanding. And when you think about it, that's a really abstract concept. And so it's difficult for even children and young babies to understand necessarily what that means. So hopefully that one will start to come, but she's very good with the rest, especially walk. We thought there might be trouble with her differentiating outside from walk, and to a point there is, but we usually take walks at night, and she knows at a certain time that she's going to go push that walk button because she knows it's time for her nightly walk, huh, Gidge? Right? Do you want to play more? Do you want play? Scratches. So it's always good to continue to model the buttons even if your dog doesn't push them, and just keep pushing it. My best advice is to stay consistent, don't give up. If your dog enjoys it, continue the practice, especially randomly, because it took us quite a while before she really seemed to grasp the concept, probably a couple months before she understood that the buttons meant something. And so still we have accidental pushes, especially when she's excited. She'll just randomly spam all of the buttons until you give her what she wants. But if you put her in a sit and calm her down, then you can see that she really knows what each button means and that she gets something with them. So I hope that helps. If you have more questions for us, I'm happy to answer them in the comments. Right? Scratches? You want more scratches? More? All right, have a great day.